So there's some comments that you get from people that will just fly over your head. They won't affect you in any way. But then there's some comments that are just triggering and they'll piss you off. So the question you shouldn't ask is like, why would you say that? The question is, why is it pissing you off? Because another comment wouldn't have. So there's something about this that pisses you off. So that's what the focus was. It's like, why are you so pissed off? Why are you so pissed off? So it was an exploration of just coming back to myself and asking myself, okay, yeah, why is this pissing you off so much? And maybe finding out that I'm not as healed as I thought I was, but it allowed me to do the last few steps of the healing I needed.
Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing great. So today's story is about a woman who is redefining beauty standards and who has turned a very difficult situation into a powerful message of love and confidence. Her name is Naomie Pilula, a 37-year-old lawyer based in Zambia. A few months ago, Naomie posted what she thought was just a simple selfie, but that photo went viral very quickly, attracting more than 500,000 comments. Sadly, most of the comments were very negative, with people mocking her looks, especially the size of her nose. Now, most people in that situation would have deleted the photo and tried to hide from all the hurtful words, but Naomie didn't do that. Instead, she stood her ground. She refused to delete the photo and made it clear that she wasn't going to let strangers on the internet decide how she should feel about herself. In fact, Naomie shared that her strength comes from her faith. She turned to scriptures like Psalms 139, which reminds us that we are wonderfully made, and to the story of Joseph, who endured hardship but saw it turned into something good. She said that these verses helped her to find peace and confidence in the middle of all the noise. Naomie made a video addressing her followers where she admitted that some of the comments actually did hurt. For example, there were so many people who had asked her to do a rhinoplasty. They encouraged her to change the shape and size of her nose to give herself a new physical appearance. But Naomie said she chose to look deeper within herself, realizing that true healing only comes when you fully accept who you are, flaws and all, given that she had been bullied as a kid. She also led people to understand that her features come from her father, especially her nose and her eyes, and that she is very proud to have that connection with her father and carry that part of him.
Hi, your girl here. I'm just hopping on here to just have a chat around where my brain is. Like yesterday, I had responded to what I would term a audacious comment that I'd received on one of my videos. And so later on in the evening, I took down that video I had done as a response. And so this video now is to kind of give you a picture about where my brain is and what that was all about. So sit down, relax, and let's have a chat. So a little bit of background, right? For the last 2 months or so, I have, like, my following has grown a lot. It's doubled. It's more than doubled. And by the way, welcome on board. I love you. Let's have a great time together, right? But that has also made me exposed to a side of Instagram that I've never been exposed to. So my videos have also been exposed to audiences that I normally wouldn't be exposed to. And so one of the repercussions of that is that I have people commenting on my videos that are just plain mean. No other way to describe it but plain mean. And so the first time I got comments that I felt were mean, I was taken aback. Really taken aback, because it's never happened to me, and it was so new. And so I was kind of like, wait, what's going on? And then I quickly moved from being like shocked about it and then being kind of like, but that's just so mean. Like, why would you do that to another human being? Like, that's just mean, right? So I moved from shock to that. And I think that response is also part of shock. And then I moved from that to anger. Somewhere along the lines, I decided, hey, it's my page, it's my post. So in as much as you can't control what people say on a normal basis, at the very least, I can control where they say it. So if you're going to say it on my page or on my post, I'm going to delete it. So I started deleting whichever comments that I felt was mean. And then I quickly became tired of that because, fam, I do work and I do have a life outside of Instagram. So I really did not have the time or the energy to start responding to all those posts or deleting them or things like that. So that didn't live long. And so in my moments of being angry, I did respond to one of those comments, and I posted it. And my lovely people came to my defense about that, which was wonderful and great. And thank you so much. It really restored my faith in the goodness of people who are majority, or a majority follow me. So great. But I took it down, and the reason why I took it down was partly because after a conversation I had with my sister, and so I was telling her about it, and she was just asking me a very simple question. She was just like, you know what, and she was reminding me, she's like, you can't control what people say, and that's true. That's true across board. You can never control what people say, right? But what it triggers in you, and your response to what people are saying, is just a mirror to help you to see what is in you. And so she was just asking me, like, okay, yes, you're pissed off about this, but what exactly is pissing you off? Like, what exactly is this unearthing in you? Can you have a sit down with yourself and find out? So that's what I did. I sat down with myself, and I was trying to figure it out, like what's going on around this. Like, don't get me wrong, like if people like say something mean to you, it's natural to be upset, but it's also good to also know what exactly about what they've said has upset you, because there's some things that people say that are mean, right? And it's mean, but then it will like brush over your head because it's like totally inconsequential. But then there are other things that just like hit home, and so those are the things you have to like sit down and say, wait, why is this hitting home? And so that's what I did. And when it comes to appearance and stuff, like I grew up having a lot of comments around my appearance, my nose, other features of my face, other features of my body, and so I was very insecure about my appearance for a very long time. And then thank the Lord, I started liking myself. Not just loving myself, like I actually started liking myself, and I started liking exactly how I'm made. So that was a great, and that was a long journey, but a great journey as well. And then you get these comments, right, concerning my face and my features and other things. And so I had to sit down and say, okay, God, what is going on here? What is this? What's happening here? And then just seeing, even in, like getting upset and making a video about it, and having a conversation with my sister, I feel like God just clocked me and said, "Ish, I think you need to sit down, because this is bigger than what you are making it, or this is more serious than what it could be. Yes, people are mean. Yes, you can ignore them and stuff like that. But it identified, for me, it helped me identify a bigger problem or a bigger concern. And I think it's a concern that we should all have. And what do I mean by this? I think that it's very easy, and I've been guilty of this. I think it's very easy to, especially in this world of social media, to look at people's videos and posts and stuff like that, and respond with derogatory marks, or even if you don't, some of us don't even post it, but we'll think it and do that, and not respond, or we just laugh on our own. But I was reminded of the scripture about how we were woven together in our mother's womb, right? And the fact that God saw us even before we were created, like he's the one who knit us together. And so that tells me that every intricate detail of even my features was something that God put thought and time into, right, to create, and not just mine, but every single living person on this earth. He did that. And so I sat down, and it dawned on me that by laughing at a person, by laughing at what has been created, aren't you in essence laughing at the creator? Yes, my features are, a mixture of my mother and my father and other, distant generations back. And so I carry their features because they are my blood. But again, God was the one who orchestrated the fact that I'll get my father's nose and his eyebrows, and his mouth. Actually, a lot of my features are from my dad, and all that jazz. He's the one who orchestrated all that. And so if anyone were to have an issue with that, it comforted me, in the sense that it's not a issue around, like, you don't have an issue with me, you have an issue with God who created me. And so that also that's a comforting thought in terms of me being, commented on. But it's a scary thought for the people who are commenting, because, and this video, I'm not even expecting this to really change anyone's behavior, because people will be what they want to be. Again, this is just a mental dump for you to kind of figure out where my brain is in this. And so it's scary to think that as a human being, I've got the audacity, and it is audacity. I've got the audacity to laugh at God. Like, this is God. This is Lord of Lords, King of Kings, creator of the universe, Alpha and Omega, omniscient, omnipotent, all powerful, all knowing. This God who is God alone, who no one can compare to and nothing can compare. This God who is uncreated. He was there before time began and everything like that. This God, me, who is human being and nothing in his eyes, I'm laughing at him? That is scary.
Naomie's courage has inspired many people, leading to a great spike in her social media following. Many people have also gravitated towards her message of authenticity and self-love. She has also become a symbol of resilience, showing that beauty is not defined by online trolls, but by confidence, grace, and the courage to love and be yourself. This story has also opened up bigger conversations about cyberbullying and the way people treat strangers online. It's a reminder that words can hurt, but also that self-belief can turn even the harshest criticism into a source of strength. So guys, what do you think about Naomie's response? Do you believe standing firm and embracing your uniqueness is the best way to handle bullying, or would you have handled it differently? Let's talk about this in the comment section. And as always, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you have not yet done so. We look forward to seeing you in the next video. Stay safe, love yourself. Bye.